A new episode of the Loose Women podcast is out today, and in it, our Gloria talks about her love for her grandchildren. Have a look.
I was mentioning earlier on how I had to learn the fact that I wasn't grandmothered because of my daughter. Because there is a difference between your daughter giving birth, because you've given birth to that child,
right?
And there is a big difference in terms of feeling. And of course, you're very proud when your son has the baby, but there's something extra because your daughter's given birth. And so when Karen passed, and I had to learn not with a mother-in-law, but with a stepmother, which is more or less the same thing in my instance. And I had to learn that I didn't have that given right to just go into the house. I had to check up front.
I kind of understand what she's saying. As the mother of two sons, so I have a stepson who's given us our beautiful grandson, Theo, and I have two, obviously, Matty and Louis, my biological sons. And I've often thought that there is a difference with my friends who've got children from a daughter, because they do go in and they say, you're not doing that right, give me this, why didn't you do this? You said I could have her on Thursday and now it's there. But with your daughter-in-law, and I love my daughter-in-law, Lizzie, I have a great relationship. But it is, like she says, you don't have the same relationship, so you are a little bit different with that. Mum of two girls, what do you think?
I think it would be the same, because I'm very, like, I want to be in on the birth with my daughters. They say that I want to be there, I want to be in it all, I want the mess, I hope they have it in the house and we can just do it how we like. And they've always said that they wanted me there. So if I had a son, I would have to be so careful. Because you know what I'm like, Denise. I'm always telling everyone about, try this, take this supplement, do this. And I would have to really control myself. Because though it would come from a good place, it could be very, very annoying.
How would you feel, though, if their partners didn't want you in the room?
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think they would want me in the room.
Oh, you don't think they would?
Because I'm very annoying.
Right.
I think my daughters would, and I would have to control myself because I'd really love to be there. But with a daughter-in-law, I wouldn't do it. It's not my place unless they are.
Sally, you've got girls and a boy.
Yes, I've got two girls, and yeah, I want to be in there like you, Nadia. I mean, I might wait outside the door, but I do want to be in there in the mix and be part of it all. And I do want to with my son's girlfriend, but I know that I will, I'm the mother-in-law. I have to be really careful. You don't want to overstep your mark as a mother-in-law, because it's, I've had friends who've got mother-in-laws and they don't really get on, and it's because they interfere too much. I really don't want to be interfering.
Because you don't mind interfering if you've got daughters, because it's your role to interfere, like it is with it's your job to interfere and embarrass them at all times. I mean, I don't know. I guess, say, when Matty and his fiancée, Gabriella, when hopefully they give me a grandchild, hopefully they give me a grandchild
this year,
that, it'll be interesting to see what would happen, say, as you say, the delivery room, because back in our day, we didn't have our mums in there. What about you now?
Well, look, I lost my mum at 19, so hearing all of this...
I still remember chatting to your mum at EastEnders.
So lovely.
Your mum and dad were just the loveliest pair, they really were,
But I think, be it a daughter-in-law or a daughter, everyone should just try and get on as much as you can, because you never know how long you've got these people for.
Because I tell you... This being a nana thing has totally and utterly overwhelmed me, honestly, being a grandparent. My mum said when she saw Matty for the first time, I knew I'd love your son, but I was unprepared for the overwhelming feeling. And another name drop, Michael Caine said... He said, grandchildren fill a hole in your heart you didn't know was there.
Oh.
And I think that's an absolutely lovely,
and then
lovely
you have
quote.
more time. I think that's the thing. Everyone's busy, and my parents would just be happy to just sit and watch and listen in a way that they couldn't when we were their kids, so...
It's like, I could go around to my daughter's, or I'll go in my daughter's bedroom and you're shouting and hollering, you say, tidy it up, this place is a tip. I still feel like I'm going to carry that on. If I had a son, I wouldn't do that to his wife.
No. That's what I mean.
You don't talk like that, do you?
Do you think you'll take over a bit once they're older, though? That's the thing. Or is it still... I wonder if it can shift a bit once grandchild's grown up a bit, and would it equal out
No, I think
your sons and your
I think
daughters?
I'm going to be very, very interfering. And enjoying
I know. It's so hard to stick to the rules, but I can't say what rules I break because I'm on live television. And anyway, you can listen to that new episode of the Loose Women podcast right now, along with all the episodes so far. You can listen on your usual podcast app, or you can watch it on YouTube, ITVX and the STV player. But coming up next, we're revisiting the fallout from my Corrie character Natalie's affair with Sally's husband, Kevin. Now, that wasn't enough for Sally to give Kevin the heave-ho, but how much could you withstand before walking out on a marriage? That's the first of our soapy debates next.